In the previous class, that is in yesterday's offline lecture, I have explained about what are network devices. We started with network devices. We discussed the first one, that is NIC card. NIC, that is network interface card, which is actually your LAN card or also the internal modem for your computer. Then we discussed what is a hub, how a hub functions. We also discussed what are Wi-Fi cards, okay, which is generally needed for for wireless connections to internet or any network. So today we are going to discuss about switch. Switch is a better device as compared to hub. So before we understand switch, we should also understand what is a hub. A hub is a device which connects many computers together, as we already have seen yesterday. Just a second. When we talk about a hub is a central device, okay, and this hub connects multiple computers in a star topology. This we have already seen yesterday. This is just a small representation. Actually, there are many computers, but hubs have very limited, hubs are not very efficient. Why? Because whatever incoming data it receives from a system, it has to pass it on to the other computers. So what it does is it broadcasts the signals to the other computers. Just a second, students. So when a hub has to send, suppose we have, the systems are numbered, okay, and a hub, the system 1 has to send a message to system 4. It will send the message to hub because no communication will take place without the hub. So hub will receive the incoming message and it will broadcast the message to all other systems. वो सारे systems को message भेज देता है, right? And all the systems to whom the message was not intended, those systems reject the message, whereas the system to which it was intended, that system receives the message. So hub doesn't have the capability to filter the message and only send it to the intended system, whereas a switch is an intelligent device which is just like a hub, which also connects multiple computers together. In fact, switch is something which is being used even today. So what a switch does is, it doesn't broadcast the messages. I will show you a small GIF image. You can see this GIF image over here. Like this first system is sending a message, okay, and it is sending a print command to this printer which is attached, right? So what is happening over here, that only the printer is receiving this message, no other computer is receiving the message. Similarly, this computer is sending a message to this computer, so that is also being done without flooding the network with additional packets. What happens in hub is, because of this broadcasting of data, there is unnecessary traffic on the network. Just imagine every computer trying to send data packets to every other computer. What will happen? The network will be flooded with data packets and there would be packet collision also. That is message collision. Two messages traveling from two different points, they will collide and this will cause into a loss of packet or damage of packet. Okay, so this way traffic also increases, congestion increases, and message collision, message loss also takes place. But in switch, such kind of a thing doesn't happen, because switch, what it does is, it performs a hop to hop transmission. A hop to hop transmission of messages. That is, if system 1 intends to send any data to system 5, a switch will establish a temporary connection between them. Just like what happens with your telephone also, it follows circuit switching. You have telephone switching office. Which are also known as telephone exchanges. Okay, they are actually switching offices which contain switches. These switches establish a temporary connection between the caller and the receiver of the call. So when you are calling someone, there is a temporary connection which is established between you both, and you people converse, you talk to each other, and after once one of you hangs up the call, what happens? This temporary connection is broken. So here also the switch establishes a temporary connection between the sender and the receiver computer. They both do their conversation, do their thing, they send messages, they receive messages. Okay, and once it is done, this connection is broken. This temporary connection is broken. So that you can see very clearly over here that there is no unnecessary broadcast of packages from switch to every other computer. So this reduces traffic. Message loss is not there. Messages are not unnecessarily lost. It performs a hop-to-hop transmission, that is, data packets they travel from one hop to the other. Now let me tell you what is the range of your switch. Switch works at the data link layer of OSI model, which you will study in the next chapter. This is a very important model, and OSI model is actually the base for every base of the internet and any computer network. So what it does is it does a hop to hop transmission. That is, for example, if I want to send a message to any person who is sitting in Delhi, right? So in between, I may face, or the message may travel. It is not necessary that directly the message will reach the server or my friend's router in Delhi. In between, my message has to pass through multiple networks, because Bhopal to Delhi means it comes under WAN. Not even MAN, it comes under WAN. So your computer is connected to a small personal area network that is at your home. It can also be considered as LAN if you are sitting in a cyber cafe. Now from there it has to go to any router, the router or the system, the computer of a person who is sitting in Delhi. That means it has to even pass the periphery of, it has to surpass the periphery of the city. सो लैन के बाद, मैन के बाद कहां पे जाना है? वैन में. So it is actually going to travel on WAN. So this is the source and this is the destination. In between there could be multiple routers. So what this switch does is it establishes a connection. It just provides a connection. This is your LAN. Okay. It provides a connection which is hop to hop. That is, this computer will send the data to the switch, and if suppose the data is intended for any computer within this LAN, it will easily be sent. And if it has to go to any other computer, then it will be, now between this router also it would be connected to many computers, right? So it will send the data to that computer, then that computer, then that computer. That means, I'll just give you an analogy. When you have to travel from Bhopal to Delhi, you sit in a train, okay, and suppose you're traveling by a train. Is it like directly after Bhopal the train is going to stop at Delhi? No, the train has to pass through multiple stops in between, right? So you should just consider then when your data packet is traveling from Bhopal to Itarsi, it means that it is a hop to hop transmission. मतलब एक छोटे से, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे आके रुक गया, फिर वहां से और आगे जाना है, फिर वहां से और आगे जाना है, ऐसा हॉप करते करते कहां तक पहुंचना है? टिल द डेस्टिनेशन, दैट इज दिल्ली. So your computer is connected to a router. इसको router मान लो, which is a network device. Now this router has to connect to the ISP's router. फिर वहां से बीच में बहुत सारे computers आ सकते हैं. So your computer will, your data packet will travel from one hop to the other and it will reach the destination. So that takes place at a bit higher level. So I'm not going to go into the details of it. So switches perform, what they do is they connect computers in a LAN. They connect computers in a LAN, right? एक LAN में एक छोटे से लोकल एरिया नेटवर्क में सारे कंप्यूटर्स को स्विच कनेक्ट करता है and enables communication between them by establishing a temporary connection between the sender and the receiver computer. And now when this data has to reach a destination which comes under the vicinity of WAN, then switch performs a hop-to-hop transmission of message. That is one computer to one network device, then to another computer, then to another computer. This way the data travels. So switch का काम सिर्फ क्या है, एक hop से दूसरे hop तक डेटा को ले जाना बस, right? Whereas if I want to transmit the data from the source to the destination, so looking over the entire transmission of data, this is the task of router. Router works in that case. Switch will only see this hop to hop transmission. That is, this will be the source for the switch and this will be the destination for the switch. Bas utna hi. But for a router, this will be the source and this will be the destination. Got it? So ये समझने में थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा. When we study the OSI model, I will revisit this part again. Used to segment networks into different subnetworks called subnets or LAN segments. So switch also does one more task, that is it divides LANs into small parts, that is known as subnets. One network is there, okay, and multiple computers are connected to it, so it can form different segments within the network also. This prevents traffic overloading, filtering, network is not flooded with packets, a packet is forwarded to only the destination port, establishes temporary connection between source and destination. That's what I explained. Once conversation is done, connection is terminated. That subnetwork part, I'll revisit that part when we study the OSI model. Abhi samajh mein nahi aayega wo cheez, okay? So this is what a switch looks like, and there are various companies like D-Link is very popular. Then you have Cisco, Nortel. These are companies which manufacture switches, routers, okay? So you can see this is a D-Link switch, and you will also get D-Link modem routers. You can just buy that, and our school has a D-Link switch, exactly this switch our school has, and you can see how many ports are there, 24 ports. That is, it can connect to 24 or 23 or 24 computers. It can connect to 24 computers or 24 nodes it can support. If more than that you want to connect, you have to attach an additional switch to this box. So both switches will be connected to each other. So this expands the capacity of a switch, and then the switch can handle multiple computers, additional computers. So you can see switches which contain less number of ports and more number of, like this switch has even more number of ports than the other two. So this is what a switch does. You can see switch connects a LAN, that is these 4 computers are connected in a LAN. Then it is connected to this computer which is connected to an ADSL modem. This modem is a router. ये है router आपका. Okay, so यहाँ जैसे you want to send the data to somebody, your friend in Delhi, so this switch will perform a hop-to-hop transmission. That is, suppose we have these computers which are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here every device, whether it's a computer or a router or a switch, every device is a network device, right? So now suppose system 5 wants to send an email to a friend who is living in Delhi. So what will system 5 do? It will send its message to the switch. Now switch will establish a hop to hop connection. यहां से लेकर यहां तक इसका कनेक्शन हो गया, right? So this is hop, this is one hop, the source hop, this is the destination hop. बस यहां से लेकर यहां तक है switch का काम खत्म. Now from this area, now this computer will send the forward the data packet to the modem, which is the router. Now after this, the router takes charge. Okay. After this, the router takes charge. It will establish a temporary connection. It will find the best possible. We will study router in a short while. So it will establish a connection. It will send the data packets to the destination. How? That we will be seeing in a short while. So switch का काम सिर्फ यहाँ तक है. Now in between this router will connect to the router of the nearby system. So router to now from this computer to this computer again hop to hop. Then this router to the nearby router again hop to hop. Right. So switch's task ends over here. That is only in the LAN. इसका काम सिर्फ LAN तक ही सीमित है. But after that the router takes charge and it works at a higher level of OSI model. So that we will see. Next is bridge. Now bridge is a very not very popular device. It is used to connect two networks together. For example, you have a scenario that is in your school or in your campus or in your office building. Suppose there is an office building and the people say that on one floor there is a LAN and there is another LAN on the top floor, and what they want to do is they want to merge these two LANs together to form one single LAN. So we have floor 1, floor 2, and we have floor 1, and there is a LAN over here, LAN 1 and LAN 2. So I'm just drawing a small. This is a LAN in using ring topology, and this is a LAN which is using star topology. Topology is the way in which you connect computers or hosts together. Okay, so this is one LAN, this is the other LAN. So now if we want to connect these computers together, so we want to connect these LANs together. So what will happen? In between them, a device will be used. Okay, this device is known as a bridge, which will actually consider this entire network as one LAN, one local area network. Although these are two separate LANs, but now they form two segments, segment 1 and segment 2. Right? And because of this bridge, so you have a bridge somewhere in between the two floors and you have connected the LANs of floor 1 and floor 2 with the bridge. So now these form two segments of one LAN. They are not LAN 1 and LAN 2. So what happens here is that if you want to provide internet connection or internet access point, the internet speed will be equally divided between all the nodes of both segments. That means it will be highly divided and internet speed will become slow for every individual computer. Right, so this is what a bridge does. And one more thing is there in the bridge. I will explain that. Everybody just look over here. If station A, now you can see an Ethernet bridge connecting two segments. So this is the bridge, this is segment 1, this is segment 2. Station A and B belong to segment 1 and station C and D belong to segment 2. By station we mean workstation. So station A wants to send any data to segment B. It will send the data to the bridge. Now what the bridge will check? Bridge will see whether this data packet is intended for any station in segment 1 or segment 2. If it was intended for any system in segment 1, like A wanted to send to station B, so it was intended for a computer within, for a node or a workstation within the same segment, it will immediately reject that packet, because it knows that station A is also in segment 1, station B, which is the destination, that is also in segment 1, so it will immediately reject that packet. But if suppose station A wants to send the data to station D, then in that case the bridge will receive the packet and it will forward it to segment 2. This is what a bridge does. So don't think that A is directly on A and B are on the same side of the bridge, so they will directly send data to them. No, because you have connected them to a bridge, so now the data has to go to the bridge. From there, bridge will decide whether data packet will be rejected or forwarded to the next segment. Got it? So this is not a very intelligent device. Normally you won't find bridges anywhere. What we do is we simply connect all the computers to a switch. That switch is connected to a main computer. That computer is connected to a router, that is a modem, and modem provides us access to internet. Through internet and cloud computing, we can easily connect to any computer anywhere. So all these devices, hubs, bridges, they have become almost obsolete these days. Okay. So this is a bridge. Next is a router. A router is a very intelligent switching device or routing device, right? So how a router works? It is basically a device or a hardware which is responsible for receiving, analyzing and forwarding data packets to other networks. Firstly, when we talk about routers, the name itself comes from route. Route matlab rasta, like path. Okay, so just imagine the router is a device, a magic device that creates a pathway, an imaginary pathway for the incoming data packets. Usually what a router does is you have a small LAN which is connected in a star topology with the help of a switch. I won't use the hub term much because hubs have become obsolete. Nobody uses hubs. So this is a LAN system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is a switch. And this switch is connected to a main computer, which you can consider this as the server. And this server is connected to a modem. Okay. Sometimes now we call it a modem, but actually it is not a modem, it is a router. So we use the term modem oblique router, right? So it is actually a router which you are connected. So this router, what it does is it connects two networks, two neighboring networks. Understood? दो पड़ोसियों को जोड़ता है आपस में. So this router is connected to what? It should be connected to a you can say a small switching box in your locality, which should be connected to multiple users. Okay, multiple subscribers, subscriber 1, subscriber 2, subscriber 3, depending upon the capacity of the switch. And then this is connected to your ISP's router. Understood? And which is providing you the connection to the internet. Right? So your modem or your router is the one which connects you to multiple such networks. Okay, so your home router is connecting your network, your LAN to multiple LANs. Actually, if you see it, it would be something like this is LAN 1, which is connected to a router, and I am drawing the router diagram. It looks like this. Okay, so this is a router. This connects LAN 1, LAN 2. Okay, it can also connect to LAN 3. Then their LAN 2 might be connected to LAN 4 via another router. Right? So any device which sends a data, suppose you are here in LAN 1, this is you, and your friend is on LAN 4. So you want to send an email message to your friend in LAN 4. So how is the data going to go? First of all, this data will not travel as a whole. Data will be traveling in the form of packets. Okay, that is small chunks of data with a specific header and trailer information. That is header information or trailer information. It usually contains data or stuff like you can say IP address of the source computer, IP address of destination computer, IP address of next hop. That is the next hop, just the next computer, because here the hop to hop transmission is also there. एक computer से दूसरे computer फिर दूसरे computer where switch works. Okay, and just above it the router works at the network level. That is, it will look into the thing that the data travels from the source exactly to the destination, right? So this is how it works. So it contains all the information which is there. And one more thing I forgot to tell you, that switches use the MAC address, that is your physical address, because it performs a hop to hop transmission. So it will have a source MAC address and a destination MAC address. MAC address is the physical address which is given to the network NIC, the network interface card of a device. Every network device has it. Okay, so switches use this MAC address to identify devices, whereas routers use IP address, which is a 32-bit logical address. MAC addresses are 48-bit addresses and IP addresses are 32-bit addresses, and they are logical addresses. Okay, so now what happens is every data packet contains this information. Also, it contains the segment number, packet number, okay, and various other information is also there, and it contains payload, that is the data, the actual data bits which are traveling, then data bits which mark the beginning and the ending of the packet. So all these things are there within each packet, and these packet, they travel across. Now it should travel from this one LAN to this router. Now router will receive the incoming packet and it will forward the packet to any such fit which is connected to the appropriate LAN. First of all, routers contain a routing table. This routing table, what they do is they apply an algorithm, a technique through which they compute the best possible path, or best possible path for picking up the data packets from the source and dropping it at the destination. मतलब ये source से destination तक ले जाने के लिए best path कौन सा होगा? So this routing table will first of all create this best possible path कि depending upon the destination, it has to send the data packets to the appropriate nearby LAN. Like there is a LAN 3 also which doesn't connect to destination in any way, but there is a LAN 2 which is somehow connected to the destination. Okay, the LAN where the destination is. So it will compute the best possible path which will take the data packet from this LAN 1 to a nearby LAN. So it just sends it onto the nearby LAN, and that is this LAN 2. तो इस रूटर ने उसको कहां पे भेजा? LAN 2 में. Now LAN 2 will receive the incoming packet. it also has a routing table, so it will again compute a best path. It will find out LAN 2 might also be connected to some other LAN, so it will find out where is the destination, whether it is connected to this router or some other router. So it will now send it to this router, then this router will send it to this router. Okay, so यहाँ से ये कहाँ connect हो रहा है, it will directly reach the destination. So router, they establish a connection between the source and the destination and look into the fact that your data packets, they reach the destination properly. Okay, starting from the source to the destination. And depending upon this, now every packet will reach the destination, but not necessarily from the same path. Okay, every packet will reach the destination, but not necessarily in the same order, not necessarily in the using the same path. Every packet travels along a different route. A different path is figured out for every packet by the router which gets the packet. जिस भी router के पास वो incoming packet आ रहा है, वो वहां से जाता है. Right? Now you cannot imagine how big the internet is. It connects all the networks of the world, and there are so many network devices in between. You absolutely don't have the idea of through which all routers or network devices is your packet traveling. But router sees to it that your packets reach the destination, and they use a protocol that is TCP/IP, transmission protocol, internet protocol. Internet protocol only sees to the fact that I just need to pick the packet from the source and drop it at the destination. I will not guarantee that the packet will reach the destination or won't be damaged in transit. Whereas transmission control protocol, TCP, adds reliability to this protocol, to this transmission of data packets. And what it does is, it is responsible for breaking the message into packets, providing them packet number, okay, and then once the data reaches the destination, it is responsible for reassembly of packets also. Like here, data packets might arrive in a different order. Suppose this is the order in which the packets arrive. So now what is required? Rearrangement of packets is required, which is done by TCP. Okay. Also, error detection and correction is required, which is also done by the TCP. So TCP adds reliability to your data transmission, to your packet transmission. Okay, so this is how it works. So routers, they establish a connection between the source and the destination, and they have a routing table based on which they compute a best possible path to enable the packets to travel from the source to the destination. So one router will forward the packet to the nearby LAN और router of the LAN. यहाँ पे भी एक router होगा. Okay. So every LAN will have, now I have drawn this diagram in a bit confusing way. I'll just draw it once again. You have a LAN here. This is LAN 1. Okay. It is connected to a router. This router will be connected to another router, which will be connected to LAN 2. Okay. And this is the router for LAN 2. Now, this should be connected to another router which belongs to LAN 3, right? And then this router might be connected to another router, which is for LAN 4. Then यहाँ से एक और router which is connected to LAN 5. And so on. So this is how it looks like. So this router will receive the incoming packets and forward the incoming packets to the nearby router. Router से router. अब इन दोनों router के बीच में भी बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे devices Okay, that I need to just confirm. 1 second. No, sorry. Let me just clarify two things. First of all, switch which only works at this level, that is LAN. Its task is only to perform a hop-to-hop transmission, that is the source computer here to the router. यहाँ से यहाँ तक किसने काम किया? Source ने, right? Now router to router transmission, that is taken care of by the router, and it also sees to the fact that data packets, they reach their destination, right? So data packets should also reach their destination through various routers. So over here, suppose packet 1 takes up this route. Packet 2 may take up a different route. Okay, it might be connected to some other router, and this way different data packets, they take up different routes to reach the destination. The forwarding of the data packet is done from one router to the other, which basically forms a network until it reaches the final target node. Okay, so one router to other, which basically forms a network. Yes, because it becomes a part of a wide area network and mostly internet. So till it reaches its destination, the forwarding of data packets is done continuously. So a router is mainly used in the LAN, local area network, and WAN domain. Okay. Data is transferred across the network by using the routing protocols. Some of the companies that develop routers are D-Link, Cisco, Nortel, etc. So they also, like these three companies are the primary, these are the companies who primarily target customers who want to purchase networking devices. Okay, so D-Link is very popular. Network devices at a very low cost, right? At reasonable cost. So thank you everyone.